Here's a dynamic flexibility routine that requires a little bit more space. We're starting with the world's greatest, so knee hug up. We're going to bring your elbow down to your ankle, and we're going to rotate up towards the ceiling. Big reach out in front of you, pull it back, front leg straightens out. And we're going to rotate up towards the ceiling again, kind of like a triangle pose in yoga. Step back together. Repeat on the other side. So big knee hug up with the left. Big step out into a high lunge, elbow to ankle. We're going to rotate up towards the ceiling. Big reach out in front of us. Pull it back to straighten that front leg out. Rotate up to a triangle pose. So I'm going to talk through what you should be feeling here as you do this. So when you hug your knee up, we're going after kind of glute and hamstring. Big step out. Should definitely feel glute and hammy, especially when you drop that ankle down. Opening up. Should be feeling the chest open up, and a reach out is through the lats and teres, so kind of under your armpit. Rotate up, so upper back and again chest. Okay, none of this should be painful. If you're ever doing any exercise and it hurts, you need to stop. It's like your body's smoke detector going off telling you something's not right. And there's a difference between fatigue and pain, so make sure you're aware if you're experiencing fatigue versus some sort of pain telling you you're not doing something right. So don't force it. In terms of reps, do what feels right for you. Everybody's different. The next one we're showing you here is a walking quad pull. This is progression 1, or step 1 you can do here. Big thing to focus on is when you reach and pull is maintaining a neutral spine. You don't want a big arch in your back when you do this. Otherwise, you're not going to get as good of a stretch. Same idea here. Set your core. Add in a little reach or a RDL with it. So the leg you're standing on, you should feel a little bit of tension and stretch build in your stance, hamstring, and glute as you reach out in front of you. Here's a RDL quad pull with a little rotation. So if you really want to challenge your balance when you're doing this, it's the same idea, but once you get out into that RDL, you're going to use your hip rotators to open you up. It'll actually get a little bit of stretch through your groin on that stance leg too. So you're not just getting hamstring glute, you also get your hip adductors or groin muscles. Here's a lateral lunge, really opening up the groin here, so all our hip adductors. Big reach out in front of you when you do this. Don't get too focused on the depth of it or worried about it. You got to do what feels right for you. So you shouldn't have any pressure in the front of the knees, no pinching in the hips. We're going to show you what this looks like in slow motion here so we can break this down. When you go into your lunge, you want to sit your hips back and press through your heel. Big reach out in front of you, keeping your ribs pulled in. We don't want to see a big arch in the back. Also, when you drop into your lunge, we want to see your trunk. So if I drew a line from my hip to my shoulder, be parallel to the line from my ankle to my knee. Some of these aren't so great that I'm doing. Other ones are better. I think this last one's a little bit better if I hit parallel there. But we want those lines to be parallel. If we're going too far forward one way or the other, we're going to place too much stress on one region of the body. So here we have a walking lunge into a runner's pose. Big reach up and across. You should feel a stretch through that hip flexor and quad when you do that. Nice stability when you come up into single leg stance. Good luck. Hope you enjoy.